Indian Air Force Tejas fighter jet is showcasing its might against the world's best. India's LCA Tejas intercepted German Eurofighter Typhoon jets at a recent war games. The Indian IAF jet manufactured by the HAL was being flown by Air Marshal Amarpreet Singh, Vice Chief of Air Staff of the IAF, while the German Eurofighter formation was being led by Lieutenant General Ingo Gerhardt, the Chief of the country's Air Force.
And now we're here in India.
He added, and I quote, "I flew in today and it was great. The IAF aircraft came up and intercepted us. I am looking forward to flying in this exercise," unquote. This is the very first time the Luftwaffe have sent their aircraft for war games in India. The Germans were joined by Typhoons from Spain and the French contingent arrived in their Rafale fighter jets for Tarang Shakti 2024 military exercises. Indian LCA Tejas Mk1 was reportedly conducting a combat patrol mission when it intercepted the Typhoons and Rafale as they entered Indian skies. These European fighters then touched down for the biggest international aerial war games ever to be held in India. First phase of Tarang Shakti air exercise kick-started at the Sulur Air Force Base in Tamil Nadu on the 7th of August, which is the home base of India's LCA Tejas. German Ambassador Philipp Ackermann commented on the exercise, quote, "Tarang Shakti is Germany's first joint exercise with India on the subcontinent. It showcases our deepened partnership with India for a secure and prosperous region, together with our European friends," unquote. Apart from the indigenous LCA Tejas Mk1s, India is also flying its Rafale jets, Mirage 2000s, MiG-29s and Jaguar in these exercises with the world's best. Indian pilots were seen exchanging ideas with their German and French counterparts as Tarang Shakti 2024 took off. Meanwhile, in Malaysia, another Indian Air Force Sukhoi 30 MKI contingent was in action as it engaged in combat exercises with the Malaysian Air Force in exercise Udara Shakti. But all eyes were in Sulur, where the first phase of Tarang Shakti took off. V.R. Chaudhary, the IAF chief, said, quote, "It is a huge feather in our cap as we have been able to organize an exercise of such a huge scale in India. We have been carrying out bilateral exercises with many countries over the years. And this is the first time we are doing a multilateral exercise of this scale. It's a challenge and the Air Force and all participants have lived up to the challenge," unquote. The Indian Air Force chief added that these exercises are, quote, "not against anyone." However, curiously, the second phase of Tarang Shakti will see more global allies arrive, which will be held in Jodhpur, just a stone's throw away from the Pakistan border. Meanwhile, the Indian Air Force, along with the Indian Army, remain locked in a border standoff with the Chinese PLA across the India-China border at the LAC in Ladakh. While the PLA has also stationed its J-20 fighter jets in Tibet, just 150 kilometers from India's border. Along with the Germans, French and the Spanish air forces, other global powers are also sending their fighter fleets to India. Now these include the world's largest United States Air Force with their F-15EX and F-16 fighter jets. UK's Royal Air Force has sent 6 Eurofighters and 2 Voyager A330 air-to-air refuelers. The Greek Air Force will send their F-16s. Singapore too will be sending their fighter jets, along with India's Quad ally and partner Australia and biggest ally in the Gulf, the United Arab Emirates. But now, uncertainty surrounds the participation of the Bangladesh Air Force after the political unrest in the country. It has now emerged how India deployed 2 Rafale fighter jets from the Hashimara Air Base in West Bengal to provide security cover as Sheikh Hasina escaped from Bangladesh to India in a C-130J military transport aircraft. A Bangladeshi official has been quoted in the Hindustan Times saying, "There's a political crisis in the country and that armed forces appear to have taken control of the situation. We will have to wait and see if Bangladesh will still take part in the exercise as the priorities are different now," unquote. Still, officials from 18 other nations are participating as observers in India. Overall, Indian Air Force will deploy 60 to 70 of its frontline fighter jets to go head-to-head with their Western counterparts. During Phase 1, the precursor to the main exercise showcased how real-time simulation will be involved, along with integration of sensor data to improve situational awareness and operational capabilities. The theater-level exercise will help bolster India's partnership globally. The exercise is set to enhance further mutual understanding of air operations, air power application, and also practicing multiple combat scenarios in a realistic environment, hinting towards whether the air exercise is a counter against the growing Chinese threat in the Indo-Pacific region. Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary said that the training will enhance interoperability and help learn the best practices from best air forces around the world. British High Commissioner Lindy Cameron added, quote, "Our cooperation in security and defense extends across seas, land and air. It is crucial that our armed forces work together to preserve stability and enhance prosperity in the Indo-Pacific," unquote. India's great military equipment partners or defense partners, Russia and Israel, are not on the list. However, Russia had been invited, but both countries are currently engaged in conflicts in their own regions. The indigenous Prachand light combat helicopter, Dhruv advanced light helicopter, and its armed version Rudra are among the locally produced assets taking part in these military war games. Featuring a range of Indian-made equipment, the exercise aims to strategically position India as a credible defense force and a key player in the pursuit of Atmanirbharta or self-reliance in defense. Have your say. With these war games, is India sending a loud message to Pakistan and China? Leave a comment, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.